Welcome back. I hope you are doing great. As a part of this lecture, we'll understand shuffle, sort, and partitioning. In the previous lecture, we understood we have mappers, we have reducers. Number of mappers would depend on number of data partitions. Reducers are the ones which will be defined by the user. Now, there is a whole lot of thing which is happening between reducers and mappers. These things are taken care by a framework, Hadoop framework. What are those things? They are partitioning, shuffle, and sort. So just to summarize again, mappers and reducers code is written by developer. These three things are taken care by the Hadoop framework itself. Let us see what are these steps doing. These are the framework provided features which allow us to control the parallelism. These three operations are performed by Hadoop framework. First and foremost thing is partition. What is partition? Partition refers to a step where it determines which map output key goes to which partition. Partitions come into picture only when we have more than one reducer. It is a logic which is being implemented either by a framework or by a user. When we take an example, it will be a bit more clearer for you. Here in the Hadoop framework, we do have a hash function on the keys to split them across the partitions. That means when we have more than one reducer, two partitions are there if the two reducers are defined. So there should be some logic to determine which output of the map should go to which partition. That is determined by partition logic, that is by default hash function in Hadoop. First of all, why are we increasing the number of reducers? Why do you want more than one reducer? The idea here is we want to get more thing done in less time. That is what we want to do. We can achieve that by increasing the parallelism on the reducer side as well. But if you have a one partition where the number of key value pairs is more here, and in this case number of key value pairs are less, again there is an uneven distribution of the work. There is no point in introducing a parallelism if there is an uneven distribution of work. Whenever you go for more than one reducer, then you should ensure that you are distributing the keys evenly across the partitions. Hadoop allows to customize the partitioning of the data. In this example, when we want to count the number of words, we can say partition 1 would have all the words starting from A to M. That means apple, banana, up to mango. Means I'm just taking an example. Here, all the words starting from alphabet A till the words starting from M would get into a partition 1. And all the words starting from N going up to Z would get into partition 2. We can define a logic like this with the assumption that both of the partitions are equal. That may not be true. We'll deepen our understanding about this by taking this example. Let us say mapper has produce these key value pairs. This mapper, and the third mapper as well. What we want to do is we want to increase the parallelism, and we have introduced two reducers here. As we discussed, to ensure that this reducer gets the equal amount of key value pairs as that of the reducer 2, what we got to do is we need to ensure that key value pairs coming into the partition 1 are more or less same as that of the partition 2. Then only it makes sense to have two reducers. Then only it makes sense to have parallelism. Now, the idea here is when we want to get all the key value pairs of the words, when we have a one reducer, no issues. All of them will get into one reducer and there'll be twinkle, then two, all those things will happen. But now there are two issues here. One is each of the reducer should get the equal amount of key value pairs. Second thing is if there is a jumbling up, then the final result wouldn't be right. What do I mean by that? Let us say we have apple 1, and let us say apple 1 is there here. In this case, if you send the apple 1 to partition 1, in this case you send the apple 1 to partition 2. So then in the final aggregation, apple is there here also, apple is there here also. But what is that we want? We want all the words apple, twinkle, all of them aggregated. Finally, we want to get one aggregated file where I want to know how many number of times apple is repeated in this whole file. But if you jumble up, then we'll not get how many times each word is repeated properly. That is the reason we need to ensure that whenever we are having a partitioning, key value pairs are going to the partitions in such a way that there is no jumbling up or there is no mix and match of the key value pairs. That means to say that in this case, whether key value pairs from mapper 1 or 2 or 3 should get into the partitions based on some logic. Let us say here the logic is we want to send all the words from A to M to partition 1, all the words starting from N to Z to the partition 2. In that case, when we get the key value pairs to reducer 1 for aggregation, there is no jumbling up. All the words from A to M would be there in the partition 1, immaterial of it is coming from mapper 1 or 2 or 3. That way, aggregated result will be right. I hope you got it. One more aspect is we want to have the equal number of partitions. So we thought we have 26 letters in alphabet, and if you more or less this is around 13 letters. We thought dividing the number of letters from A to M for 13 letters, that would divide the whole file or all the words into two equal parts. But that may not be true. What happens is the number of words which are starting from A may be more than the number of words starting from Z. So whenever you are defining the partition logic or which is being implemented by the Hadoop framework only, it should ensure that the equal number of key value pairs get into partition 1 and partition 2. In this case, ideal logic would be maybe instead of A to M, we can go only up to A to H to partition 1 and from I to Z to partition. I'm just taking an example because maybe the number of words from A to H may be almost equivalent to the number of from I to Z. So you should be really careful while defining the partition logic. As we already said in the earlier slide, by default, framework implements hash partitioning logic. If you are not really clear about how do you implement the partition logic, do not worry. Just leave it to the framework. It does a wonderful job. I hope that is clear how we decide the partitions, and while defining the partitions, what do we need to take care of. Having understood the reducer, let us move on to next step. We have shuffle. Shuffle takes care of moving the data from mappers to the reducers. There should be somebody who takes care of taking all the key value pairs from the mapper to the reducer, right? That is done by the shuffle. In this case, we have key value pairs like twinkle one, up one, above one. All these key value pairs would be sent to reducer so that reducer can aggregate these things or reduce key value pairs with the same key. Next operation is sort. This is a operation done on the reducer to get all the same keys together in a group. Here, what sort is doing is, let us say we have twinkle here is also there. So when shuffle gets all this thing to the reducer, what sort does is it ensures that whichever the ones which are having a same key, it will bring them together and feed that to the reducer. Get all the same keys together so that the job of the reducer would be easy to reduce values based on the keys. That is what is done by the sort. Wonderful. We understood how the partition works, what is shuffle doing, and what is sort doing. Thank you.